Welcome to Just Us Friends, and this is our video page where we have a number of videos that tackle challenging and sometimes very difficult life issues. This video is on relationships, and relationships certainly can be amongst life's most difficult issues. The wonderful way to consider relationships is as a mirror, oftentimes, of perhaps less known or even disowned aspects of ourself that before too long get planted on another person. We think we've chosen that person for all the right and healthy reasons and all those things that we really like about them are things that are true, but it doesn't take long, maybe 6 months or a year, before little by little all of those deep inner dramas that are left over perhaps from our parents in childhood or are a result of other life situations like traumas that have never been fully resolved or completed. Little by little they become entangled in the everyday interactions with this person that we have a relationship with. And what often happens is that all of the ways that we felt that our needs weren't met, or that we weren't seen or heard, or life issues that left us in a state of trauma or fear, very incomplete about a major life event, we begin to imagine that this person we're in a relationship with is the one who is supposed to fix these issues for us. We begin to put on our perhaps father drama or mother drama or that abusive person drama on this other who 6 months ago was a princess or knight in shining armor, and little by little we're weaving them in to an often deeply unconscious role of being the father we never had or the mother that didn't listen, and rage and unhappiness, and the idea that our incompleteness, our unhappiness, our losses are supposed to be fixed by this other person. Of course, this won't work. And as a result, especially if there are many issues that we have strong reactions to, the relationship often can't survive such demands that are impossible to meet. Even more challenging is that the demands are being made oftentimes by a 2-year-old or a 3-year-old or a 6-year-old within us that has the emotional responses to somebody not meeting our demands that are appropriate to a 6-year-old or a 2-year-old. And so we wonder, where is all of this bizarre behavior coming from in response to somebody not doing the dishes properly or not being there when they said they'd be there at 5 o'clock? We can often realize that our responses are a bit out of bounds, but even that cleverly we can disguise with self-righteous indignation and a real determination to always be the right one and always be the good one. And of course that means little by little that other person that we supposedly love becomes the bad one and becomes the wrong one. And we go more and more into this divided drama between I'm good and I'm right and they're bad and they're wrong. Anger builds, frustration builds, longing builds, but it has very, very little to do with the actual person that we're living with here and now. It becomes more and more entangled with all those unfinished issues that didn't get dealt with when we were powerless to fix them or handle them. So here is the short answer in a very complicated picture that cannot be handled in just a few minutes of a video. But if you want to get on the right path, here is the answer. And that is to accept that only you can fix things for you today. Only you can be aware of what you need to be deeply enriched and satisfied and to feel loved, and to make sure that your needs are addressed by you. It feels like you need the other person to give you what you need or to make you happy or to fix your life. The answer to a happy relationship is to say to yourself, what do I need in those deep, unfinished ways? And you set about developing a plan so that those needs are met. The other person might be glad to help you meet those needs, but you cannot wait for them to fix anything. You cannot make them responsible. It is not about them. It is always about you and you finding ways that you can heal those old wounds, address the unfinished needs that are still alive and painful within you, and you finding the ways in concert with the relationship as much as possible to get those needs met. You will have many feelings that are unfinished. It might be a lot of anger or frustration or longing. You are the only one that can fix it. It's not easy, and certainly many people in therapy don't like to hear this message, but it is the only thing that can make for a happy relationship.